Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed about two causes, social causes and political causes. Today, in second video of history, we will discuss about the religious, economic and military causes. Besides these five types of causes, some more causes also you have to study, but mainly examination point of view, these five causes are most important, those you have to study. So first, we will see today that religious causes. As we know the name religious, this word came from religion, and everybody knows about the religion. Religion means that is related to our Hindu community, Muslim community, Jain community, Persian, Christian. So these all type of causes comes under the religious causes. Now the major population of India belongs to two categories, mainly Hindus and Muslims. Now Britishers were very smart. They introduced one policy, divide and rule, and under this policy what they did, they tried to demoralize religiously our Indians. How they did? Like for Hindus, it was not allowed to use the tilak, and for the Muslims also for keeping beard, this was also not allowed. For Sikh also it was not allowed to wear kala and using turban. So these were the few points those were under religious causes, and people of India was not happy with the British policy, and they decided that the Britishers are criticizing our religion. They are planning to change our religion from our own religion to Christianity. And other things also, many missionaries also. In 1833, when Macaulay came as an Englishman, lawman, he came to India, and finally he introduced the English language in India. Now Indians were thinking that Macaulay did this missionary school, they are planning to change our religion, and they will convert us into the Christianity. So that's why our Indians were not happy with this religious causes. So these things, few points comes under the religious causes. Next was economic causes. Economic causes, in the beginning, Indians were not knowing that what is going on with our India economically. First was the person Dadabhai Naroji. He wrote one book, and the book name was Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. This is very important book. You have to learn this name, and writer was Dadabhai Naroji. Dadabhai Naroji. He was a Persian scholar, and he wrote a book, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. In this book, he was the first person who described how Indians were draining our Indian wealth. Means he gave first time in this book drain theory. This is also known as drain theory. Drain means, you know, drainage pattern in geography. You might be studying about the drainage. Means flowing of liquid from one part to other portion. So this was the drain theory, and it was first time introduced by Dadabhai Naroji in his book Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. In this book, first time he described how Britishers are utilizing our resources. They are buying resources like cotton. Cotton was the main producing area, Gujarat and Maharashtra nowadays also, and black soil is the main region in geography you will study. So they were buying the raw cotton from India, and this same cotton they were taking to British, means England, and after by machinery they were making the fine fabric, and this fabric in return they are bringing here in India and selling at high rates. Means very smartly They were buying raw material at a low cost, and in return the finished product they were selling at a high price. So this was the one method. Another thing was that crop. Farmers were forced to grow cash crops. Now in geography you might be studying about the cash crop. There are two types of crops: food crop and cash crop. Food crop generally those crops those we use for eating purpose, and cash crops are those crops those are we are treating them as a cash. Means we are having gold, anytime you can go in market and sell and get the money. Same thing with the cash crops also. Some kinds of crops, those are always in demand in market. Anytime you can go to market and sell these crops. Such type of crops are known as cash crops. But we can't use it for food, these crops. Like tea, coffee, these all are cash crops. They were forcing our Indians to grow indigo. Indigo. Some of the students may not be knowing the meaning of indigo. Indigo is a blue dye, blue color, generally for the white cloth, for shining, brightening, for giving them a better color. We are using this indigo in clothing. In our local language, we use the word neil. So the English word, English term for the neil is indigo. They were forcing our Indian farmers to grow the indigo crops, and from where they will get the food. For that they were saying you have to buy from our godowns. So this was another method, that was plantation cash crops. Means they were forcing our farmers to grow the cash crops. And drill theory, it was described by Dadabhai Naoroji under the book Poverty and British Rule in India. So this was the another point. Okay. Now third one was the military cause. Next is military cause. Military cause, this is comes under the immediate cause also. Immediate cause. Now see, first we will see the military cause. That time means before 1857, it was believed by the Indians, if we will go far away, if we will go across the sea. Going across the sea means going to another world. That time it was not the tradition that nowadays ships are available here, aeroplanes everywhere. From one continent to any continent we can do breakfast in India and dinner in England and lunch we can take in New York. But that time this facility was not available for Indians, and people were orthodox also. So this was the problem that Indians were facing, that it was believed by the Indians, if we will go across the sea, then we will lost our religion. Society will not accept us. Society will not accept those persons, those will go across the sea. Now Britishers passed one rule for the army, for the soldier. What was the rule? Rule was this: those were appointed as the British soldier, those were appointed in army, they were allowed, they could send anywhere in the world for their job. Means they got the job in India, but afterwards they could be transferred to any part of the world, wherever Britishers like. So this was the first problem. Second problem already discussed under the religious causes. There's the Hindu symbols, Muslim symbols, Sikh symbols. These symbols were not allowed in the army. Means Hindus were not allowed to use the tilak or chandan, and Muslims were not allowed to keep the beard, and Sikhs were not allowed to use the turban. And another thing, that kada, those are the common things, kada they are keeping. So these were the some points under the military cause. Now come to the most important point, immediate cause. Immediate cause. For this immediate cause, I will make a separate video. In that video, we will discuss. Thank you.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.